Welcome everyone, Jared Ambeau here, owner of the Ambeau Law Firm and founder of Trial Alliance, and this is the issue number 25. The topic for today is all the little things add up. Well, what does that mean? So I was reading today a book called Atomic Habits, and there's a great story in there that's sort of fitting, I think, for my mindset these days. And it's a story about the British, I'm going to go over here to whoops, excuse me, I'm gonna go over here to my Kindle and talk about the British bicycling team, like the country team, for bicycling. And apparently in 2003, they hired this new guy, and his name was Brailsford, and he had an idea, the coach had an idea that to start to make corrections or start to make changes, just one little thing at a time. And that these little 1% changes would make a huge difference, right? So they did things like redesign the bike seat to make it more comfortable, asked riders to wear electrically heated overshorts to maintain ideal muscle temperature. They tested the fabrics for aerodynamics, went back to testing fabrics, right? They'd done it before. They tested the bike for aerodynamics, went back to do that. But even they did some really incredibly small stuff that seems inconsequential, like hired a surgeon to teach people how to wash their hands so they would get sick less. Or they painted the inside of their team truck bus white so it was easier to see dirt and to make sure that it was clean. Or they did experiments to see what kind of pillows and blankets and sheets and bedding made the best night's sleep for them. I mean, this is incredible, right? They have these very little tiny fixes, these tiny little changes, right? That you wouldn't even think about changing. Who cares about the pillow? Is the night's sleep you're going to get on a different pillow than the one that you've, I've chosen this pillow to sleep on. It's the pillow I sleep on, so clearly it's working pretty good. But to go back and then experiment and say, well, is there a better pillow? Is there a better way to do this? Question the things, the sort of habits they get into, and even in the smallest ways. I mean, to get a surgeon to teach them how to wash their hands so they can be sick less? I mean, come on, what's the actual payoff? What's the return on investment there, right? What's the ROI? Can't be that much. Here's the thing. They hired this guy in 2003. By 2008, they won 60% of the gold medals at the 2008 Olympics, and they had never gold medaled before, only one time in the previous 110 years. Wow. So there's a tradition of not doing well. And then this guy comes along and changes all of the little stuff. And so is it collectively the little stuff that's changing? Or is it the idea, the mindset, the new point of view to start to look at the little things and examine everything and make it all important so that you raise the standard everywhere, even in the things you didn't do? I mean, it's a really incredible thought process, right? That the little stuff, the little changes make such a huge difference. And where in my life have I stopped making little changes? And it's super interesting because I'll tell you, I've done some of this recently, and it's made a big difference in my life. And some of it is laughable, but it's incredible. So I realized about 6 months ago that every couple of days I would go to look for a kitchen towel, and there wouldn't be one clean. And I would be like, man, I really, I wash my hands all day. I'm wacko about washing my hands. A little crazy about it, so I wash my hands in the kitchen sink a lot, so I wash my hands, and I'm looking for a towel. I'm like, well, this is aggravating, And I wanted to be aggravated with my wife, for not cleaning the damn kitchen towels, or with myself for not cleaning the kitchen towels, or maybe my son, why don't you start cleaning the kitchen towels or cleaning a batch of towels every day, man, so we know, And then I realized I have 7 kitchen towels. I'm a fairly successful attorney with a pretty good bit of means, some resources to use on kitchen towel purchasing. And so I went on Amazon one afternoon and I bought 100 kitchen towels. True story. I bought 100 kitchen towels for $35. And now, not only do we not run out of kitchen towels, I have 50 kitchen towels folded in the pantry in case a serious spill event occurs in my kitchen. We can soak it up. I got an extra 50 kitchen towels ready to roll. I know that it was a little much. It was a little overkill. But it sort of the point was that it was $35. And now I never, ever, ever have to think about not having a kitchen towel again. Ever. The problem is completely solved. It's not possible that I use 50 kitchen towels in the time period between washing them and not washing them. It's not possible. And if it takes 200, then I'd have bought 200. I'd have made it so that that problem completely disappeared from my life. I have another one, socks. I'm the kind of guy that wears one color pair of socks, other than like socks for tennis shoes, but dress shoes, one color pair of socks, because I don't like messing with them. I don't want to think about it. I want to fish through colors. So finally one day I realized, okay, this is foolishness. And the socks I had were not great. Like there was only, so I had a favorite ones. I had like 5 favorite ones. Like these are my 5 favorite socks. I really like to wear these. And then the other ones were like just old and they were in there. I'm like, I don't like to wear those anymore because they're not cool. I like these 5 that I bought, or these 6 or whatever it was. I probably only have 5 left or some shit. and so one day I went and bought 40 pairs of socks. I just got online. I was like, I'm going to buy more socks than I could ever use because I don't want to think about this. Why would I? What is the point of this nonsense? Why am I adding this insanity to my life? I went and bought 25 or 30 white undershirts because I wear one every time I wear a suit. It's same thing. Who cares? What's it going to cost me? It cost me like $40 or $50 or something. So what? I never ever have to think about it again. They're always there. I don't have to stress about it. I don't have to think about if they're there or not. And it's those kinds of things like, where can I get involved in my life? Where am I adding stress? What am I doing to my life? Where am I adding stress that with the little things, the little nonsensical things that I could solve immediately, right? Which is the same thing this guy did at the British cycling team. He was like, okay, where can we just take some of this stuff out of the equation, right? Hey, let's paint the insides of the walls of this thing white so we can see where the dirt is. Let's teach somebody to wash some hands so that we diminish the amount of times our riders get sick. Obviously, that makes us better. Yeah, I know you've been using that pillow forever, but maybe there's a better one. I mean, why don't you go out? I mean, they had endless resources, right? They're a national team. So he's like, go out and buy 20 pillows and sleep on one of them at night and see which one gives you the best night's sleep. And let's measure how you're sleeping so that we're not guessing whether or not you're getting a good night's sleep. So it's not based on the next morning when you wake up and you're like, oh man, I feel really good. No. So you're like, how many times are you waking up? What's your heart rate like? What's your movement like? How much REM sleep are you getting? I mean, we have ability to test that. So let's do it. That's what they did. I'm just talking about my own life. Like what's going on in my own life. I tell the staff all the time, just make sure I have pens in my drawer. Like if I run out of a box of pens and there's only one box of pens in there, buy another one. Because I'm going to buy one eventually. But if I know there's 2 boxes in there, there's no chance that I'm going to take the last pen out and then go look for a pen and there's not going to be one there. So that problem is completely removed from my life. Like I don't have to think about it. And so now I have more time to think about those things that matter because I'm willing to take care of the little stuff. The little stuff makes a difference. Now, Atomic Habits, really what he told that story is in the context of doing these little things and the additive effect it can have, right? Like making the 1% change every day and what additive effect making a 1% change can have. I get that. I love the story, I really love that concept and I'm all about it. But this hit me in a different way. This hit me in the way of taking care of the little things that matter, like the little stuff that I can get rid of that I don't have to think about anymore, that I don't have to stress about or waste energy or time over. Like, where is it? And I'm now it's really cool because I realize this works. And so I'm looking for it like all the time. Like, where can I make better choices with the little stuff in my life that makes sense? You know, I have Aquaphor. I put Aquaphor on my lips sometimes. So then I went and just bought one for every place where I could possibly need them. Why not? Well, they're like $2.23. I mean, why not? It makes no sense not to have them everywhere, right? I needed an umbrella today. I have a single umbrella. Why do I have one umbrella? Umbrellas are like $10. I can go buy 5 of them. I can put an umbrella in every possible location, and I can put 2 of them in my car. Just in case I leave one somewhere, I don't have to get out of my car without an umbrella. Boom. Problem solved. Why am I adding this stress to my life? This makes no sense at all. This doesn't make any sense. And so I'm continually looking for the little things. Like, where can I make little changes in my life? Where can I spend a little bit of resources and just a touch of time to completely remove a problem from my life, to completely remove an issue from my life, you know? Hey, do the shoes on the floor bother you? I was talking to my wife about this the other day. I put some of my shoes in the living room because in the morning I change shoes and I don't want to bother her if she's sleeping. And so I'm like, are they bother you? Because I can buy a little shoe rack. It costs me, what, $20? I buy a little shoe rack, boom, boom, I'll put them all in there. It'll be really organized. Whatever. I mean, if that's going to make a difference, if that's going to make her life better and less cluttered, if it's going to look less cluttered, boom, done. I mean, It's $20 or $30 or whatever. I mean, how can that not be a thing to do? I have to do that, right? And so I've been looking, and I really think it's important for us to see, like, where's the little stuff? How can I make a difference in my life with the little things? It's like if I were to list all the things in my life that were a pain in my ass, and I put the littlest, cheapest to deal with stuff on the top, how much of that list could I knock out by just spending a few bucks or spending a little bit of time organizing or spending a little bit of, I've lost all this weight. My closets are full of clothes I will never put on again. And it really is bothering me because I keep saying, all right, this weekend I'm going to get in there. I'm just going to take everything out of there I don't own and then give it away. Everything out of there I can't wear and just give it to someone else. Because why am I looking at all these clothes in my closet I can't wear? It makes no sense. It'd be a whole lot better if I went in there with 4 shirts. I was like, all right, I only have these 4 shirts to wear. I don't even look at the other shirts because I'm not putting them on because they're huge. They're like tents. So I got these 4 shirts. I'll just pick one of these. And tomorrow I'll wear one of these other 3 shirts I got. And if I don't like the fact that I have 4 shirts, well, buy some more shirts, fool. I mean, fix the problem, right? So I'm in that mood today to look at the little things, right? Find out where the little things I can do. What little things can I do that make a huge difference? And that's my message today. I really appreciate you listening. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all tomorrow.